All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Leafs Talk. I'm here. Hooray. That's
Good
not why we're
morning.
happy. We're happy because the Leafs win. How you doing, Sammy?
I'm doing well. Doing well. I got to tell you, everyone listening, everyone around needed that one tonight. Just needed a
Yeah.
nice, quiet, narrative-free W for the local side. Needed that one.
I know you did. I got to tell you, it was nice to have a win where the Leafs won, where they went
Yes.
out and won and were the better team and they won the hockey game like
Yes.
they should have. But
Correct.
I can't even start the show. My mom texted me today and was like, "Is Sam gonna be okay after the Ohtani news?" And I know they're not here for Ohtani news, but I haven't seen you or talked to you. What's up?
I got to tell you, your mom wasn't the only one checking in, Borny. It's not Ohtani talk, it's Leafs talk, so we won't get too deep into it here. But I think if you went back on Friday afternoon and listened to our Real Kipper and Bourne hour, that may be the saddest time capsule in the history of sports talk radio. Like
you have called it embarrassing several times today.
That show is like of a time that is so unique and so false. Like it's like a different dimension.
That's so true.
1 hour where three men lied to I don't even know how many people listen to our show. I don't really pay attention, but we lied to so many people for an hour straight.
We didn't lie.
Yeah, no, we didn't lie, but we
believed the thing that turned out to be not true.
It was, I can't really comprehend what happened within the last 24 hours. It's just been a really wild ride. I'll say what I said before, and I'll still give them credit. I give the Blue Jays front office full credit for being right in it, right to the end. This is not a regular free agent. You had to see it all the way through, and they did. And he just signed with the team that we always thought he was going to. So
I guess the only thing I'll add to that is like, it's one thing to be spurned by the pretty girl in school.
Yes.
It's the other thing to have publicly acknowledged to everyone how much you loved her before it happened. And we bared our hearts for Ohtani. We told him, we sent him flowers. We had the boombox on the shoulder in the 1980s. Yeah.
So, hey.
Okay.
Guess what, Shohei? I'll never, ever cheer for you for one moment ever again. Every Dodgers game is my World Series to cheer against you. I hope they lose 100 games. Have fun in LA, pal. Enjoy the $70 million a year.
Unless he doesn't pass the physical and the Jays get him for cheaper, in which case we will revisit
Let's go. All right, Leafs talk.
Okay, Leafs talk. Like I said off the top, biggest thing to me is, when they've won recently, we've gone, yeah, but they kind of got outplayed. And even the Bruins game, they lose, but they play well enough. Mm-hmm. This game, that's taking care of business, right?
Yeah, this is the type of game that last year's version of the Leafs had a lot against teams where there was no question who was going to win that game from the drop of the puck to the end of the game tonight. Like it was just a pretty dominant effort from start to finish over a lesser team. But look at it this way. Like I know Nashville didn't look very good tonight, but I'm pretty sure they're in a playoff spot. They're fighting for a playoff spot in the West. Yeah. They're not like the Blackhawks, who the Leafs lost twice to this year, or like the Sharks. They're a team that's like a decent mid team in the NHL. Nothing spectacular, but the Leafs went out there and gave a good, dominant defensive effort. And it was just really nice to see it. Like they're playing super shorthanded. And I thought everybody pulled on the rope. Like it was a quality win for a team that's been looking for one like this. I'm sure, Sheldon's going to be long-winded tonight, bud. He is
feeling it.
Oh, they haven't had a game like this in ages.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
They're just like really well beat to handle that Nashville team who has this Nashville team is every Nashville team that's ever been, where like every player on the team is between the 200 and 300, the best player in the league outside of like Roman Yossi or like one guy.
Yeah. Forsberg. And it's outside of those
by
two
and large,
guys.
Everyone's all right, and so the Leafs had that kind of dynamic skill that can make some plays and made some plays tonight. But I think maybe the most noteworthy thing in the wake of Joe Woll and the ankle injury is Samsonov with a shutout.
Yeah. I think if you looked at the box score on how many shots did they end up and get with? 20?
Early 20s, 22, 3 something, yeah.
I think they hit 2 posts tonight or 3 posts tonight, maybe. But it's the goalie with 19 saves. God, I felt like a few more shots.
That's
than that,
not many. Yeah,
I will say there was probably 6 to 7 really quality saves that he made, especially early in the game, where he made a couple adjustments where there was one right in front of the net. I forget who it was, and he just made a nice solid save on it where it's a 19 save shutout. Like maybe that was the one there. It's the Chris Osgood shutout here. Like it's not exactly the most,
you're playing behind a great team, play great. Okay,
it's not exactly the most sweaty victory for him, but for a guy that's battled confidence issues
he needed it.
Had issue, like he can look up at the score sheet and see that he let in none, regardless of what the result of how you got there or what the process was for a shutout. It's a shutout in the National Hockey League, and it can help him build confidence. And boy, do they need him coming up here.
And and go ahead and build on the Sammy narrative that this is a guy who has so far performed best when not in intense competition. Correct. So, it's good for him to feel, though, that even when Wall's back, I got in the net for you guys on Hockey Night in Canada Saturday night, pitched a shutout, no problem. It is, that is the start of good things. And you feel pretty good about the Leafs crease right now.
Yeah, they just needed that tonight. I think everyone in the organization really, so it was 18 saves according to Show. Now they actually updated it, so it's even less. But I think everyone within the Leafs organization put him in that net tonight, and we're like, well, hope this goes okay. Like,
this could go any direction.
There wasn't one person that you had to, if you get the lie detector test out for everyone in the organization, there would have been a lot of like there would have been a lot of scanning.
Fully confident for tonight. Why do you ask?
No, so it's nice for them to see that, and I thought in general, outside of a couple Connor Timmins, Max Lajoie moments where, like, did you see that one play where the camera focused on the left corner and both of them, I was like, what's going on, boys?
What is happening?
Why are you chasing him over there? And a couple times that guys get in behind Timmins, I thought for generally they did perform well defensively in front of him.
Yeah.
And I bet you Keefe will say that. He loves to say that we took good care of him. And I bet you he'll say that tonight because I thought they did a pretty good lockdown effort.
For sure. Yeah, that is like a Timmins thing, people getting behind him a little bit, but by and large, a team effort defensively. And, as you mentioned, you feel good about that. Benoit, I thought, I gave him a bit of a hard time last game because him and McCabe were on for a lot. He was really physical. Obviously, McCabe physical, gets in a little tussle at the end there. It's and that's a big hit, eh?
That's the first time we've seen that from Benoit where he really steps up on someone.
Yeah.
But I think that he got him good there. That one, he's gonna feel
that one doesn't look as bad because he stands up and it hurts.
So, I think when you're playing an opponent that clearly doesn't have it like Nashville did tonight, a lot of your like lesser players are kind of feeling it a bit.
Love that.
Like you saw Benoit stepping up, you saw David Kampf buzzing. Like borderline,
he looked so fast tonight. I was like, that's honestly, and this sounds bad. Yeah. I text you that Nashville's garbage. Like the second I watched Camp's 4th shift in a row, where I was like, he is fast. I was like, oh, you know what? Like that might be on Nashville.
This goal here is fast, I tweeted it that this like maybe the nicest goal, not even in his career, like in his life. Like is this I went and looked at his hockey DB after, just be like, what were his numbers like in the Czech Republic or in Czechia? And it was his career high in Czechia was 14. So it's like he's always been David Kampf. He's just been extreme David Kampf.
Which makes the celebration hilarious to me because the tendency in North America is that you think he's doing Michael Jordan like, like what? Or, but really he's going like, did I just that counts?
Yeah.
That's great.
Nice to see. And there was actually another play where later, maybe in the third period, where he like put the puck between someone's skates and looked like he was going to go in on net again. I was like, what has gotten into this guy? And I think it's just playing against a team that doesn't have it. But I love the physicality from
his
Benoit.
Line though, his whole line buzzed.
Yeah. And so just to finish up on the D part of it, I like Benoit. I liked the hit McCabe had. Not to do ref talk here, but I had to watch 2 games in a row or maybe the same game, in fact, where Mark Giordano goes to the defense of his teammate and he gets a penalty.
Same period, 2 instigators.
Max Domi goes after, who did he go after? Oh yeah, Bennett. And then he got filled in, told him he had no hair. And then he immediately gets an instigator. And then I almost called him Brian. McCabe goes out there and he smokes Evangelista. Like that is as good a hit. Body goes flying, and he had the puck, separates him from the puck. No harm, no foul. Like
really good hit.
That is not a hit you should have to fight after. No,
that is a clean backing up, defending the blue line. Yeah. You have the puck, body check into the boards, carry on. This is the cleanest hit in NHL history.
That is a great hit. And then Sherwood comes over and drops a glove with him and has to go. That's got to be 2 for an instigator 10 times out of 10. If I got to watch those other 2 earlier in the year against Florida, that's obviously and I don't think it was both Florida. I think I got my games mixed up. They played some.
No, anyways. I thought it was the same game period. Anyway, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying about. I'm griping. I'm Leaf fan griping is what I'm doing. But yeah, it was a nice hit. I just hated how he had to fight. But outside of that, not a whole lot for the decor to do.
Yep. Do you want to keep the love on the bottom end of the lineup here? Gregor, Kampf, and Reeves.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I thought Gregor tonight, the guy is their most physical forechecker. I don't know what he is, 5'10", 11, whatever, but he uses his speed and he keeps skating through guys. I think if you're going back on pucks, this is like the guy in the Leafs, even as light as he is, that you don't want bearing down at you because he will put you into the glass.
Did you hear Bieksa talking about this in the intermission?
I actually did not.
It was just like, I didn't catch it totally, but I caught the end of what he was saying, and what his point was, and it was a good one. It's like, we've had conversations about bumping him up here and there, here and there. But to me, he is now like Bieksa didn't want to do that because it's just like, this guy is legitimately a perfect fourth liner. He is exactly what you want in your fourth line, and you put him up any higher and his role changes and what he thinks he needs to do changes. And it's like, it's so true. Yeah. And that line tonight, it's nice to see Ryan Reeves be a hockey player here for a little bit. For probably Brad Treliving's really loving the fact that he's being able to be played in third periods here and there. Like, I know the Preds stink, but just for everybody to get a little bit of a blow, I think he got 2 or 3 shifts in the third with the fourth line. He's running into guys. This is a good play by him here, pressuring the puck, staying with it. I just thought that he's looked like a hockey player again, which is nice. Like, there's probably
good night for him
where he doesn't, but I think it's been 2 or 3, maybe 4 games in a row here that he's played, and he hasn't totally killed them. I don't think he only plays 7 or 8 minutes, but like he's not like unplayable like he was in the first half of the month.
It's gone well for running games. It's bounced his way a little bit. By the way, our producer here, Jobo, gave us the Gregor 6 foot 190. So he's not a little guy. So a little bit of credit there. Yeah. And so Reeves is almost at 9 minutes tonight, Sammy.
Yeah. Okay.
So a better night from that group. I will also offer a mea culpa of sorts. I wrote an article on Friday where I basically said Knies just it's not going well on the first line. He may need to back off the pressure, back off the minutes. You liked him a lot tonight, right?
Well, I would say when I sent that text to you guys, it was the first half of the game. I would say he shrunk a little bit, but for the first, 15, 20 minutes of the game, he was having the best game he's had as a Leaf. Like, he was running into guys.
He was skating. Look at him. Look at the hustle on that forecheck.
It seems like he's noticed that he's big in the last 2 or 3 games where he's like, I'm going to push some guys and kind of be physical here. And he just was winning puck battles, getting the pucks to the guys in the right place. Like, he just sat him down.
Big boy.
But he's still young and he's still a rookie. And it's like, for that role, that's hard. Like, to keep running into guys all night and to keep trying to get the puck to the other guys the whole night. Like, it's hard to keep that up for 60. He's going to learn to do it. But I thought he had a really good start and kind of went away. But I don't think he'll be up on the first line when the playoffs start. Let's just say that.
I also don't think that you want him to be a guy who suddenly switches the mindset to I go hit people and get the puck for the good players. Like, he win the Hobie? He was up for the Hobie, he's an elite offensive player in college a year ago. So like that skilled play right there, just silly skilled. You want him to keep.
Strong play.
Pulling your forehand across the crease and keeping it on your forehand, like that's so good. So I'd like them to keep the focus on him in that regard. Matthews gets a couple.
Yeah, I mean, they're going.
When you shoot it like Matthews, you can have an okay night. You get it in a couple of spots. And
what is he? Is he leading the league in goals or close to? Like,
no,
he's got 18. He's got 18. He's got to be close.
It's a lot of goals.
to me, it's like he hasn't moved me since the first 2 games of the year, and he's leading the league in goals. So, like, I guess my standards are just way too high. But again tonight,
possible.
Again, he's fine. He's fine. He scored 2 goals, but like he's not.
Besser has 18, so Matthews is tied for the league.
Yeah, so there you go. It's like we've been whining about him all year.
That's how good a goal scorer he is, though. It's like he's fine. You know, he's obviously got another gear. What's he got? 18 and 24 games, 23.
And if we have the pack on the second goal, they're both beautiful. But to me, like Willie and Matthews playing together, this is like their signature thing. How they
what a play by Willie on the breakout, takes to his back and kicks it to the middle.
I've just watched this exact play so many times, and it's specifically in Matthews' rookie year where Matthews drives the middle, gets it out to the half boards before they go offside, and then he goes right to the front of the net, puck lands on his stick, and he puts it in. Like this is like their signature breakout play, and it works really, really well for those two. So
remember Adam Oates talking about guys poke checking pucks and being bad at it? Matthews has a crazy good stick. This fadeaway toe bury is not a given for everyone. I know should go in, but it's a nice play.
If I was going to be a hockey coach to the greatest goal scorer in the earth, I'd be like, Austin, you got to stop at the net, buddy.
You got to stop there. You got to stop. They can't be going by a post.
Got to stop at the net. But yeah, good night for Matthews. He gets 2, but he's not coming in waves like he does when he's like really good and he's leading the league in goals. So I don't want to whine about him.
I liked him last game. Also, the decision to shoot 5-hole on his goal tonight is underrated. Like, not many guys really lean on one as hard as they can 5-hole. You know how hard it is to take a hard wrister 6 inches off the ice, dead. That's a finish.
Yeah, and it lays out there on the ice. So I want to talk about Max Domi because I do think he's been really good, and I do like his game. But God, man, shoot it. Shoot it. Like if I'm Keith, I'm just going by him every day I walk by him. Shoot it. Like every time I like see him in the lunchroom, like, hey Max, you gonna shoot it? Like he's addicted to saucer passes.
Oh, like, he's an ultimate Frisbee player. He loves it.
It's just like he's a what's it, Area 54 or whatever? He's firing UFOs. Like he's just all he does is is Area 54 a thing?
51 is one's a club and one's in Nevada.
Yeah, Club 54,
Area 51.
I don't know.
Our producers are like, you guys are fools. We should be on the mics.
I'm an idiot. Yeah, Area 51 because he's firing UFOs. That play he made, like where Robertson is coming down the middle of the ice, but buddy, you're at the top of the circle with the puck on your stick.
What kills me is he'll sauce it a 3-foot pass with no one between him and the other guy. He's just like got to give it a little spin, cutter.
You played hockey at a very high level. There is no greater feeling than a nice saucer pass.
Oh yeah, you get one to land right on a guy's tape.
I think it's the number one feeling in hockey. Truly, like the perfect saucer pass, and he just loves them. And I think he's been better. And I think he was really good tonight. He's firing passes all over the place. Yeah. But I'd like to see him fire those passes on the goalie. Like a shot.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
A shot at the net. There's maybe a reason you have one goal. Because he just never shoot.
He shot the puck I think it's like, 32 times in 23 games. So he's basically, 1.5 shots a game or less, which, for a guy who plays as much as he does, no.
It's got to be higher. So I don't have a whole lot. I don't think from here on out, Leafs, Preds on Hockey Night in Canada, don't love that one on the schedule.
No.
It's like, I know this sounds like a spoiled brat Leaf fan, but I guess I am. It should be a marquee matchup. Like there's a certain level that you don't dip below on Hockey Night in Canada, and the Preds are way below that line. Like I don't know what the line is. Like what are we gonna say here? The line is the Flyers. Is that the line?
Sure. Here's what I'll say about the Predators is that they are the definition. If you were to explain to someone why the West is like a bad conference this year, you'd be like, it's that. That's a playoff team. Like that is, I don't know who that is. Ottawa is near last in the Atlantic. Ottawa's 10 times better than that team to me.
There is no question. There's no question Ottawa's a better team. So give me like the Penguins, give me the Habs, give me the Bruins.
We'll give it all to you this week, pal. There's 4 games.
Yeah, they got 4 games coming up. So I guess just to look ahead to them, Sammy's going to go in 3 of the 4, and they're going to need him. Like this is a nice start for him to a big week. that's going to tell them a lot.
And keep your eyes open in let me try this again. Keep your eyes open on Long Island when John Tavares goes for 1,000 points. Sammy called it on the schedule, 998, a little 2-point night from JT, and all the fans on Long Island can thank him the way only Long Islanders can.
I did love the absolute cookie of an assist he got tonight.
Was he on the ice when he got the assist, or was he already on the bench?
He's like, I'm just going to, I'm dead tired. I'm just going to push this puck up to Nylander. I'm going to get off the ice. So 3 points is a big time uphill climb.
So he needs 2. He's got 998.
That's what I mean. The difference between that little shovel pass to going into Long Island now with 2 points, that is a huge difference for him. So I got to tell you, I know they hate him there, and I respect their hate for him, but there is nothing that would make it sweeter for him, for a lot of Leaf fans, than for him to get those 2 points. Maybe an OT winner or something.
What's that?
Maybe an OT winner or something for the 1,000th.
All I know is they will never hate him like you hate Shohei Ohtani being a Los Angeles Dodger.
Oh man. So I don't know. The thing that scares me now the most is what like the pivot panic move is, where they're like, now it's time. But I also want people to understand this. They're like, oh, they're going to go. They had $700 million for like the international sensation.
Right. They're not going to spend 70 a year on players.
Yeah.
Now.
Cody Bellinger isn't getting $700 million from the Jays. Like it's going to be a bit of a pivot here in what they're looking for. I think, our beloved Ed Rogers was more excited about the 700 for Shohei than he was for anything else. So
I also think these guys spending 300 to reno the lower portion of the the ball diamond there. I think it's going to be someone. It can't be no one.
Yeah, they got to sell some
premium picks, pal.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't really have a whole lot else in this game tonight. Solid win for the Leafs. Really happy that you were able to join me on a Saturday night, buddy. And I might go have an IPA and think about that our hour time capsule that we had where Shohei was a Toronto Blue Jay.
I'll go shotgun a partake for old time's sake. All right, buddy.
Love it.
This has been Leafs Talk. We will see you on Monday.